Wow. I just finished watching the news. Life seems so hard for so many. It seems pretty dark, and hearing all that's going on in Israel and Gaza, the Middle East, Ukraine, Afghanistan, and even in our own country. Humanity is truly showing its dark side. It's tragic. Inhumane treatment of others because they believe differently, think differently, live in the wrong place. Have you been asking yourself, how? How do we get out of where we're in? I mean, the world seems to be spiraling, and without a way to stop spinning or to jump off into a different space. My heart breaks. My soul, it's weary and sad. My mind is overwhelmed. How? How can I make a difference? Can I make a difference? Once again, Jesus shows us another way. In Matthew 5, 14 to 16, this is how the Message paraphrase states it. Here's another way to put it. You are the light of the world, bringing out God's colors in the world. God is not a secret to be kept. We're going public with this, as public as a city on a hill. If I make you light bearers, you don't think I'm going to hide you under a bucket, do you? I'm putting you on a lampstand. Now that I've put you there on a hilltop, on a light stand, shine. Keep open house. Be generous with your lives. By opening up to others, you'll prompt people to open up to God, this generous Father in heaven. When there is darkness, we can get lost. We can lose our way. But in the light we can see again. We can see a path forward while helping others to see as well. Jesus tells us we are to be the light of the world. He doesn't suggest it. He doesn't simply encourage us. He emphatically tells us we are. We are here for this. It's our calling. It's our mission. It's our responsibility. The easy to read translation says Matthew 5, 14 to 16 this way. You are the light that shines for the world to see. You're like a city built on a hill that cannot be hidden. People don't hide a lamp under a bowl. They put it on a lampstand. The light shines for everyone in the house. In the same way, you should be the light for other people. Live so that they will see good things, the good things that you do, and praise your Father in heaven. So, what are we doing? What are you and I doing to be the light that shines for the world to see? One that cannot be hidden. To be light that shines for everyone. It is not hiding. It's not being silent. We need to be visible, vocal, active. We need to shine. The Passion says it this way. Live your lives light up the world. For how can we hide a city that stands on a hilltop? And who would light a lamp and then hide it under an obscure place? Instead, it's placed where everyone in the house can benefit from its light. So don't hide your light. Let it shine brightly before others, so that your commendable works will shine as light upon them. And then they will give their praise to your Father in heaven. So how are we light? How do we dispel the darkness? How do we let our light shine before the world? Speak into unjust. Speak for peacemaking. Share mercy with all God's kids. Share love in real and practical ways. Don't let the darkness snuff out your light. Don't be silent. Be bold, be brave, and shine. You were made to shine. Pray with me. Gracious God, right now in the darkness that we see, the heaviness, war, hate, misunderstanding, cruelty to humanity. It's hard to know and to see where the light is because the dark seems to be getting darker and heavier. Peoples against peoples, neighbor against neighbor. Forgive us. May we now recognize that we've been called to be the light to the whole world. That may seem overwhelming and impossible, but we can start right where we are. To speak up against hatred, to speak up against bias, to speak up against prejudice and injustice and oppression. To speak loudly, love, to work for peacemaking, to work for nonviolent means. May we do justice, love mercy, and walk with you in a way that we reflect your love and your grace to the world. Some days that doesn't seem like enough, but that's what you've called us to do, and that's where you've called us to begin. So may we each recognize our light and let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Amen. Kathy, now we ask that you would help us with a breath prayer, a breath practice that will allow us to breathe in and recognize that we are the light. Thank you, my friend.
The temptation when it gets cold outside is to kind of burrow down and sort of stay inside a safe place. And Pastor Sandy talks to us about shining, being bold. So an energizing breath we might need at this time of year to shine is one in which you inhale through your nose and exhale forcefully through mouth. So join me. Inhale through nose. Exhale. Inhale through nose. Let's do 3 more. Inhale through nose. 2 more. Inhale through nose. And 1 more. Inhale through nose. And then bring your breathing back to the inhale and exhale where the torso expands and contracts. Thanks for shining. Thanks for breathing with me.